Hello, welcome back to something a little bit different, a little bit of a merging of the content you've seen here. It's going to be Euro 2020 content still as well, but also Foot Manager content. I know it's been a while. I know the last save ended kind of in, ignominious style, but we're back, and as you can see, we're back, and we're going to start off with the boys from Spain to start with. I think it's going to be interesting. We're going to lead up to England. England's going to be the last one of these I'm going to do, and basically in one episode you're going to see all of my Euros journey. If it ends in the group stage, it's going to be a short video. If it ends at the final, it's going to be a little bit of a longer video. It's going to talk you through the squad. Now, with Spain, before we start, I'm going to really put this up front. Hit that sub button. I said that really genuinely, but yeah, hit that sub button, hit that like button. We love it. We love it. I mean, I'm having fun. I want to get back into FM. Let me know what country you'd like to see, because I'm going to be honest, I've only got 3 or 4 that I'm really interested to do. I think we'll aim for 1 from each group, I think is my plan, because you don't want to see 24 of these. I don't think many people will watch the North Macedonia version of this. But we're going to kind of combine it, a little bit of an analytical look at Spain's squad, which I'm going to really preface up front. There's no Laporte. Unfortunately, I didn't consider the fact that he's French. The game hasn't updated for it, because it only happened a week ago before I hit my mic. Only happened a week ago. It is what it is. I've brought in Mario Hermoso to replace him. He's pretty similar in a sense that he's a fullback, not a centre back. But it is what it is. He's close enough to Laporte that I'm happy. It won't make a huge difference. We'll be fine. There's still plenty of talent in here. But really, what we're going to do, we're going to go through one by one. And I realise Foot Manager's not going to be as up to date, I think, with some of these stats. Looking through, I've picked the exact squad other than our Aymeric Laporte. What's interesting is that I think some of these ratings probably aren't quite 100% accurate. So obviously, someone like Rob Sanchez, who there's talk about him starting at the Euros this year, maybe in-game isn't quite the player that he is in real life. So it's going to be a bit of a merging of the ways. I'm going to play a little bit to what the game says and a little bit to what I'm imagining Spain will play in real life. I've already played the friendlies before. Quite interesting. I'm playing the way I think Spain will probably play, which is a little bit more of a hyperactive version of what they used to play. And by that, I mean they're going to be pressing a little bit higher. They're going to be a little bit harder in the tackles with players like Rodri, players like Marcos Llorente, going to be a little bit more aggressive in the press, off the ball, than they maybe were. In the tiki-taka system, they were, but it was very much an initial press and then regroup. So what we're going to do is really look to press the ball a lot of the time, play the football that club football's kind of evolved into a little bit. I think the talent here kind of is useful for that. And I've said Rodri and Marcos Llorente, they're not in the initial team. We're here for the Poland game to start with. So looking through the squad, for me, we're going to start off with the goalkeepers. I'm starting Unai Simon. I think, Simon, I'm not, pronunciations very much differ between who you ask. But anyway, for me, Unai Simon is very much the next one. Him and Robert Sanchez can fight for it, but I think Unai Simon has it at a bit more elite level. As far as Athletic Bilbao and Brighton are concerned, I realise that's kind of a self-burn in that one. But Unai Simon is a little bit more aware and played at that level, played against the sort of opposition over a longer period of time. De Gea, I sort of worry about whether he's going to be right. I've not made the decision yet. I think we maybe start De Gea for the first game, purely because it's Lewandowski. De Gea's got a wealth of experience. I mean, he's been at the top level now for pretty much a decade. Like over a decade almost. So De Gea's going to start for me. I think it comes down to experience on that front as much. Maybe his form hasn't been great. Looking actually at this Spain squad, there's not a lot of depth at right back. Moving swiftly on. Cesar Azpilicueta is going to play right back. He's done very well for Chelsea, but I don't know how he'll fare as a 4-back right back. So there's a bit of a difference really between your 5 at the back right back and your 4 at the back right back. Obviously, you have a bit more cover as a 4 at the back, whereas a wing back almost. He had Reece James sitting inside him. And yeah, Cesar Azpilicueta, I mean, he's the sort of player that will be fine for this sort of tournament. He's a one tournament player. I mean, he's only 31. He could play at the World Cup next year, at the end of next year. I like his crossing, is what I like. I like as a wing back. I like what he offers in game as well. The pace is a little bit worrying, but 13 pace, 10 acceleration, we can live with it. It's fine. I only want him to support further forward, which is what we're looking for. Centre back, obviously, we are missing Aymeric Laporte, which again I can apologise for. It's in the game. It's just an issue that is there with the squad pick here. We're using Moz's database, by the way, which I will put a link to in my description. So if you want to play the Euros, get down there. Really, really well put together. But at centre back, we can look through the list here. Is probably actually no, we'll go to the squad depth actually for centre backs because I think it's more interesting when you look at it this way. Can I filter players not in squad? There we go. That'll do. So yeah, no, that's not right either. Why is that not right? Sergio Ramos is not in the squad. I need that to be clear. I don't know why that's not. It's still showing Ramos. Okay, we'll take out the players here that aren't in the squad. Wait, hold on. Oh, I see. It wants me to remove players that are in the squad. Okay, here we go. There we go. Sorted. Football Manager. Why be so difficult? But anyway, at centre back, get out of here, Ramos. Yeah, centre back and then Marino either or Saul. Why are these all coming up now? Yeah, he's not there either. Ignore Ramos. He's in there for some reason. But anyway, if you look at the centre back position, in terms of the players that aren't in the squad, Ramos is a big loss. But if he's injured, there's just no point taking him. Obviously, in game, he's not injured, but we play with the squad they've been given. So for me, Pau Torres is going to have a breakout tournament, is what I feel like. He looked really good for Villarreal. I think Pau Torres will be the leader next to Laporte. It's going to be two left-footed centre-backs. I look forward to people's reaction to that. And then he's going to be supported by probably, I imagine it'll be Laporte and it'll be Torres first. But for me, it'll probably be Llorente or Garcia playing next to him. Probably more likely Diego Llorente. So at centre-back, it's a little bit weaker now than it would be, but, you know, preparation is good as always here. Left back, Spain are always good at left back. Only to take the top two here. Gaia and Alba. Jose Gaia will probably start for me, and I imagine he'll probably start for Spain because he's that little bit younger, a little bit more exuberant. When you've got Azpilicueta on the right, having that left back be a little bit older like Alba and not have the sort of explosive power in his run that he used to have, I just don't think it's not a good mix. You want to have that mix of youth and experience. And Gaia's 26, so he's no spring chicken. But for me, Jose Gaia at left back, I'm happy enough with that. Now, for me, I'm going to play a player that's going to hold that midfield. I think Spain will. For me, it's going to be Busquets to start with, but if it gets there, we might look to bring someone like Rodri on, who brings something a little bit different. He's a little bit more in the work rate, a little bit more in the physical sort of being able to put the foot to a player. But having Busquets, I think having a ball player that's that good, and also Busquets, and we don't talk about it's one of those players. It's a little bit like Jack Grealish for England. He does a lot of the things that you don't want, you don't like players doing against you, but you're kind of happy it happening for you. So for me, the pace is a little bit of a worry, but he's being protected in that midfield. The tackling is pretty similar to Rodri in game. So I think Busquets is fine, stays back at all times. He runs the ball rarely. He's gonna do all the simple stuff, Busquets. So I'm happy enough with him there for the time being. Him and Rodri will rotate in that role. Koke could play there. Excuse me, but we're not gonna be doing that. I think he's gonna play further forward. Central midfield, we'll just look at the one side. Probably going to be Koke, and I think Dani Olmo's on for a tournament. I really, really do think Dani Olmo's going to have a big, big tournament. He's the sort of player that will break out. He's at Leipzig. If he has a big breakout tournament, do not, like in game, who's he want to buy in game? Liverpool, Man City. It's a lot of money there, actually. But don't be surprised if those sorts of names get linked to a player like Dani Olmo, who's made the move now across to Leipzig from Dynamo, having played at Barcelona as a kid. I wouldn't be surprised. England, he'd fit playing in England. I'm going to be honest. I think he'd be one of those players that, in the mould of it's tough to say whether he's in the mould of Bernardo Silva or David Silva, which is really interesting. He reminds me most probably of a young. It's difficult to say actually with Olmo. It's one of those players that a lot of potential. Really, if the team's built around what he needs, expecting to have a big tournament. Left side, the surprise for me is that Ansu Fati got called up, I believe. Did I get that right? I'll get out of that screen. Thank you very much. Ansu Fati didn't get called up. He was injured. Yeah, he didn't get called up. Ridiculous. What am I on about? We'll do it from this screen now because it should be easier. Left side, for me, is probably going to be either Oyarzabal or Pedri. I think Pedri could have a big tournament as well. I can see there being lots of faith put into him because Ansu Fati really got that faith from Luis Enrique. Pedri could be one that gets it, but I could also see him playing a Sarabia or a Oyarzabal, or even he could look to push a Ferran Torres out to the left. He could do it from that side, cutting him. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I think then up front, there's only two options there. It's going to be for me. It's going to be Morata. I think for Enrique, it's going to be Morata. Look to lead that line a little bit like Immobile for Italy. Connect play. Every Spanish striker is expected to connect play, but Morata can do that and do that pretty well. I expect him to be really good for us. The composure and the concentration, the decisions lets him down in game, and I think actually that does translate to real life. So we'll wait and see. Let's get into this first game. But yeah, looking at this Poland team, you obviously got the experienced Glick at centre back. Could be got out though. That's why I want to push Morata high. Really drop that line deep, because I think Poland might look to sit deep and then hit us on the counter. A couple of names we'll recognise. Grzegorz Krychowiak, who played for West Brom for a while. Mateusz Klich, obviously plays for Leeds. Piotr Zielinski, he plays for Napoli. Don't know why I forgot that. Mateusz Bogusz, I think plays for Leeds. He's out on loan though this season. And then Jakub Kaminski and Lewandowski. It looks maybe like a diamond, as far as I can see. So we're going to use that width a little bit more, actually. And a few players on the bench you might recognise. Christoph Piontek. If you've been here on the channel for a while, you'll recognise that name. And then Arkadiusz Milik as well. Another striker on the bench. I mentioned yesterday in my preview. But let's get into the game. I want to keep this as... I only want it to be bite-sized. Like I say, you're going to see bits of games. You're going to see the key highlights from each game. No, Bereshinski up the line, though, looks into Lewandowski, who is the threat here. Olmo wins it. This is what I want, though, to win that ball in those areas. Olmo's on his own. Looks to play it out to Morata. Pedri. Did score enough... should have scored, hit the post. Pedri hitting the post there, though. Like I said, I think there is the potential for a couple of young players to really set their stall out for Spain this year. Interesting that England only equalising in the 94th minute just to bring up a game that's over there. Sweden winning their first game. Like I said, they have the ability to be a real threat in this tournament. We haven't played particularly well. Poland on the attack here. On the edge of our box, Bereshinski into Krakowiak. Bogus, the young player. Kaminski, Lewandowski, Reka, left back here. De Gea saves. Good save. Good save from De Gea. Let's see how he distributes now. He's been asked to distribute it to the fullbacks, and he's just ignored it. Good. Thank you, David De Gea. That's very useful. Lewandowski's in, and you just can't allow it to happen. You just can't allow it to happen. Like I said, he's a world-class striker. He's probably the best striker at the tournament. You cannot give him that sort of time. David De Gea there looking long, and I just don't know why he does it. I'm pretty sure that's not in the instructions. Take short kicks, distribute to centre-backs. He just goes long anyway. Let's go a little bit more aggressive now. We're going to push... I'm almost tempted just to go 2 up top. Drop the wingers. Back in. Torres can play there. Pedri can play out here. I need to sort his role. Maybe as more of an inverted winger over here. Olmo as a... I'm going to move... Do you know, I'm going to move Olmo out here. Play him to the Mazzala. So hopefully when Pedri comes in here, Olmo will go outside him. Koke can drop into the deep line playmaker on defend. I want him to hold in here like Busquets was. And then we're going to bring... Oh, actually... No, actually, we're going to do this. We're going to be Ferran Torres up front. We're going to bring Adama Traore on the right, just for the pure pace that he's got to change the game a little bit. We're going to play Torres as a complete forward attack next to Morata. Actually, no, go on support. I want to see Link play a little bit. So you've got Morata really pushing the line up and Torres dropping into the holes behind him. Let's see how this works. A little bit of a 4-4-2. I know it's not very Spain, but chances are needed. And that is why you bring Adama Traore on. That there is what I expect him to bring to these Euros. That really aggressive wing play where he's going to go at any fullback in front of him. It doesn't matter if it's the best in the world. It doesn't matter if they play for Poland. This here, he gets the ball, turns around, goes straight at the fullback, hits that byline. In what is effectively in the game his debut for the country. I think he has played before. Maybe an accusation of offside against Morata, but 1-1. We're going to keep up the pressure though. I want to keep this going. Poland themselves have made a change there. We're going to look to make another change of our own. I'm going to bring Ferran Torres. So I'm going to bring Morata off for Moreno. I think it's probably where we're going to go. Let Moreno go and really press that line down. We've had the better of the game. I would like to get a win here, please. I'm going to play a little bit wider. I'll let De Gea choose now. I'll let him pick what we're going to do. I'm going to push the line right up and let's get on their defence. I'm going to demand a bit more. I'm going to go attacking. We've got to get a win here. Adama Traore, again, doing the same what I've just said. Azpilicueta finds Adama Traore. Swings it across. Pedri. Oh, Pedri should have scored again. He's already scored once. Absolutely knocking on the door, the young man. We've dropped into this 4-4-2, which I'm a fan of in the game, specifically, but I think Spain could do, looking to play 2 up top with Ferran Torres able to play out there. But Adama Traore, I tell you what, as a weapon off the bench, it's absolutely fantastic. All our chances are coming from this right-hand side. Referees beat one. Gerard Moreno. Gerard Moreno scores in the 90th minute. Adama Traore gets all the praise from the right-hand side. Look at him pick the ball up from, I think, the halfway line and go the full distance of the pitch, almost the full distance of their half of the pitch. Bombing up the line. Gets a little bit fortunate maybe there with the tackle. Pulls it across. Gerard Moreno gets 2 bites at the cherry and does not miss the second time. Lewandowski into Linity, into Velukovic. Bednarek. Linity. Let's not let them in. They're all on attack. That's my fault. Lewandowski's equalised straight away. It's my fault for being on attack, I'm going to be honest. Maybe not that it would have been able to implement that quickly. But it's the elite movement of Lewandowski. I'm a little bit annoyed at Diego Llorente here. Gets drawn in and Pau Torres does not follow the man. I mean, if you've got Aymeric Laporte, you'd obviously be a little bit more secure in that. A 2-2 draw of Poland is not the end of the world. It's I'd expect it to happen maybe in the first game. But I tell you what, this 4-4-2 shows a lot of promise. We won 2-1 with it on. Don't know why I've just said I was impressed with their defending. Seemingly baffled. I mean, it wasn't very good. Right, so here we are for the second game. I've gone for something a little bit different. We've gone back to the system we ended with, actually, against Poland. Almost forgot who we played. We're going to be a little bit more fortunate this time because there isn't an elite striker for Sweden. Alexander Isak is probably their best striker. They did win 4-2 in their first game. I'm anticipating that they'll play a very similar system. I'll show you that in a minute. But looking through, this is our lineup for the second game. I'm happy to keep the centre-backs, even though... Am I actually? Might do that and play Torres as the... How left-footed is he? Is the real question here. Information. No, where is it? Attributes. I wish this was easier to find for manager. Okay, regardless. 2 left-footed centre-backs. We're going to make do. Torres fits being a ball player. Now, Hermoso is happy being a centre-back. So, for me, looking through, De Gea and goal, happy enough with. I mean, his ball, maybe attack is not helpful here. So maybe we'll look to put him onto a support duty. Yeah, because he's only taking more risks. That's fine, I can live with that. Azpilicueta at right back as a fullback this time, just to maybe let him sit a little bit deeper to give that ball to Traore and let him do the job on that right-hand side. Then in central defence, Torres and Hermoso. I'm bringing in for Llorente. I wasn't particularly filled with confidence in Llorente. Left back, Jose Gaya. Did the job last time, pretty happy with. Pedro off the left, scored obviously to get us the first goal. Koke and Rodri in midfield. Rodri coming in for Olmo because I want someone who's a little bit more defensively orientated but has maybe more pace than what Busquets can offer. Rodri's perfect. He offers kind of the best of both worlds. Traore was fantastic off the bench in the last game, so absolutely going to start this one. Torres up front with Morata again. We will look to bring Moreno on if Morata has another poor game though. So let's get into it. I can show you what Sweden are looking at playing. Koke can be captain, absolutely. Let's see how we get on. I think David De Gea should be captain for this. So Robin Olsen, a name you recognise. I obviously played for Everton this season. Lindelof, Man United centre-back, obviously. Dejan Kulusevski, keep an eye on that name. It will feature in another video in the next few days. Good player as well. It looks to me like a 4-4-2 potentially. So they're matching us for style with Forsberg on the left and Kulusevski on the right, which I think is what they played in the first game. Marcus Berg is not going to offer a lot of movement, if I'm being honest. So having Torres be able to move forward ahead of him, the press should not be too strong onto Pau Torres. But Isak is very much physically capable. I think we're better than that midfield, though. I think we're better than Jens Kajust and Albin Ekdal. That'll be where the fight is won. I'm pretty sure we can win it. Let's get into it and let's see how we do. Right, here we are, kicked off against Sweden in the second game. We need to win, really, because Poland are probably going to win their game against Slovakia. So let's see how we get on to start with. We're controlling possession. A nice early chance now. Pedri on the left, swinging it in. Oh, Adama's there. Koke, will he look to have a strike? No, does the smart thing, gives it to Rodri. I like that from Rodri, doing exactly what I wanted there. Adama, I'm not sure why he shot there. He's on attack. He's going to take some more risks. It's fine. I don't mind him being a little bit more explosive. It's interesting. It's a match of styles. We might have to look to change the shape. Maybe put some players through the middle. See if we can get some luck there. But corner kick, Hermoso. He looks to do something back to Rodri, doing the smart thing, holding in that midfield area, which is exactly what we're after. Koke, Ferran Torres. I'm sure I can't get there. So one place he maybe lacks is that sort of technical game. That's fine. With Ferran Torres being able to come out and help. Ball can get across to Morata. 1-0, Sweden 0, Spain 1. Absolutely top business from Alvaro Morata. It's what he's in the team for. The finisher in the box. I like the build-up here, though. Ferran Torres peeling off the back of Adama Traore to the byline. It's a great delivery and an even better header. Very happy for Morata. Keeper should be doing better there. Takes us top of the group because it looks like Poland are drawing with Slovakia. Pau Torres into Hermoso. Koke here, looking to pick up the ball. It's not a great ball, is it? But Pedri's there. Cutting inside, as he should do, with the role he's on. Looking for Adama. Good play, though. We are looking dominant. This 4-4-2 is really helping. Koke, Pedri. Koke, Morata. 2-0 right after half-time. Alvaro Morata grabbing his second of the tournament, second of the game. Lovely stuff. Also, he's not having a great game, and the Swedes look pretty flat after a big win for them. You expect maybe a touch more from them. Real chance for Poland as well. We're doing them a favour. They could be looking to grab a goal in their game against Slovakia. I think they play tomorrow, actually. I think the way this all works. They play on different days to they play on a different day to us. Koke, look to deliver them maybe. That's a penalty, referee. We'll have that. Murata on the penalty. Hopefully it's given. Come on, Itacan, give it to us. Towards the penalty. It's got to be Murata. It's got to be. For his hat trick, scores. Alvaro Morata makes it Sweden 0, Spain 3. That's Alvaro's third goal of the game, third goal of the tournament. Maybe he's looking for the golden boot now. Love that. Maybe the system gets the best out of him. Steps up, bang, lovely goal for us. The Swedes have tried to match our style and they just aren't as good. I think that's what happens when two teams that are equal formations. You would expect quality to win out. Rodri here doing the right things. I think he's offside. I'm hoping he's offside because that was a big gap between our two centre-backs. A very, very big gap. Offside, thank goodness. Is that close? That must be close. Oh, it's the fact he's turned. If he hadn't have turned and he was still back to goal, I mean, he wouldn't have been in on goal, but it would have been, geez, very close. Let's look to make our first change of the game. Adama Traore has been all right. I don't really want to bring him off. What about Pedri? Let's get Pedri off. Bring Dani Olmo off of the left. I think we'll look to get some more out of him. Like I said, Olmo had a good game first time out, but Rodri just offers that defensive solidity you don't really get from Olmo. As Olmo nearly put Sweden in on goal. Murata here should be in rich form. Flicks it on from Lindelof. Anderson in the corner. Looks for Lindelof again, the Man United centre-back. We're looking to have a good tournament here because he could be under pressure. Is in. Can we stop him? Well covered. Absolutely well covered. And you see, Azpilicueta does the right thing there. He stays inside and they score anyway. I mean, that's ridiculous. I'm not sure what's happened there. Hermoso is not having a great game. I mean, he's on a 7.1, so he's clearly not having a bad game. But as you can see there, Marcus Berg just drops the ball off to Klaassen. Maybe it's our line being too high. Oh, what is that? That is just... I think that's just maybe a quirk of the game in which we're playing, to be honest. Driven cross that he tries to stop. Cannot. Let's not let them in again. Might look to bring another central midfielder on in a second. Bring Torres to the right. Make a central change, I think. We'll look to do. Kulusevski into Klaassen. Can we look to stop him? I'm hoping we can. Kajust. That's a great name. Hermoso looks to get it forward. Helander. Kulusevski gets there ahead of Olmo. Stop him pulling it back again, please. Rodri into Torres, who's dropping off like he should do. Murata out wide, maybe one more. He just can't hold the ball. Right, we're going to make some tactical changes now. We're going to look to maybe go back to what we were playing last time. Rodri's going to anchor that midfield. Traore inside. Torres out here. It looks a bit flat, but it'll work in game. It'll work for what we're trying to do as well, actually. Torres can stay as the winger on attack. Llorente is my option now. There's maybe a ball winner on support. Not a lot of creativity in that midfield, I realise now. No playmakers, which is unusual for Spain. But I think we should be fine. That just really closes the door on Sweden. Wants to play Busquets. I don't really want to bring Busquets on. I realise we can make more changes, actually, can't we? We can make 5. So let's bring Torres off. Sarabia on. Koke. No, I don't bring Murata off, really. We're going to bring... Oh, Koke's on a good rating. It's really tough to choose. I don't bring Rodri off because he does a very good role. He does a very good job there. Thiago, we're going to do it. And we're going to play him as a deep line playmaker on support. 2 deep line playmakers, I'm aware. Actually, you know what? We'll drop Rodri into an anchorman role. He can protect I think that middle area of the defence is where our issues are coming from. Hoping that can shut down the game, though. Let's see how we go. De Gea, good save, though. 2.5 minutes left. We should be all right to grab this win, I'm hoping. Does the smart thing. Keep the possession. There's no need at this point to go and be doing anything particularly expansive. Dodgy passes back are not useful, but that's why you've got Thiago in the team. Can Murata get his 4th? He can! On the counter. Murata scores. Spain 4, Sweden 1. Murata grabs his 4th of the game, and that's got to put him in pole position for the golden boot, I imagine. Lovely ball. This ball from Thiago is unbelievable. Maybe we need to look to play Thiago next time out. Just because he's that elite midfielder. He's one of those players that won't get talked about, I don't think, Thiago. But what he does You don't get a lot of players that can do it. Morata. Just drop the ball off, mate. Just drop the ball off. There we go. Out wide to Sarabia, who's left-footed, I realise. He's going to want to cut inside. I mean, it's bold. It's a bold... it's a bold strategy, and it didn't pay off. But we are smack dab top of the group, and that is it. Sweden 1, Spain 4. Out the boys. Lovely stuff. Good result. Not an awful lot happened other than the goals. We're happy. We're in pole position going to Slovakia. Win that, win the group. Right, so we are on the day of the last group stage game against Slovakia, but just before we get there, I'm just going to show you we are top of the group still because Poland drew against Slovakia. It's open. It's open. If Slovakia can nab a win here, they will get themselves into the knockout stages almost definitely. In fact, no, goal difference would have to swing quite badly for them to take over us. But all we need to do, win the game, win the group, move on. I think we're capable. We're going to play the same team we played last time. There's still too much on the line for me to rest anyone. I'm actually tempted to bring... Do you know what? We're going to bring Eric Garcia in. I want to keep rotating the centre-back position and see how we're doing there. Fitness is absolutely fine. I'm going to bring Simon on the bench for Sanchez, which hurts the Brighton player coming off. Yeah, let's do that. Garcia can start. Then it's going to be... So, same team other than that. De Gea in goal. Azpilicueta right back. Torres, Garcia next to each other in centre-back. I'm going to swap them over, actually. Garcia can ball play. Gaia at left back. Traore at right wing. Rodri and Koke. I like the mix there. I think... Eventually, we'll probably bring Thiago on again like we did so he can play those balls in behind. Pedri from the left, I'm probably happy with. He has scored in this tournament, so I feel a bit wrong about dropping him. Then Morata and Torres, I liked the mixture. Morata scored 4 times last time, so let's not change anything about how he gets the ball, I think is how I'm really thinking. Here we go. So Slovakia, Bosniak up front, name you'll realise from another video. Hamsik in midfield is obviously a good player. Lobotka in midfield as well. Skriniar at centre-back. I may be giving Slovakia less props than I should have yesterday. But, yeah. I don't know, we'll see how we go. But as you see, in the group, win the game, win the group. Simple as that. Let's get to it. Slovakia, going to be a tough nut to crack, but I back us to do it with the talent we've got. Anyway, here comes Morata, bringing the ball forward. Hamsik wins it. Looks like Slovakia are going to do quite a direct system here. They're going to look to play balls over our defence, which... could be an issue, but I'm pretty confident in our abilities, actually, to get back there with someone like Eric Garcia back there. Offers a little bit more in the way of pace. They're quite mobile defenders. Pedri, though, looks to take on his man. Beats him. Oh, not fully. Gaia. Torres. Put it back, maybe. Adama Traore. Morata. Someone. Good chance, but nothing comes from it. And attacking thrown straight away for Slovakia. Pedri wins it. Oh, no. Falls to Sulek, the right back, I believe. Hamsik. Yeah. The veteran pro in this team for Slovakia. Rusnak, former Man City player, I want to say. Mack across to Rusnak. Can he pull it back? Oh, he's hit the post. Slovakia will be kicking themselves. The ball comes out here to Morata. He's going to drive the other way. Surely we're not going to counter. Surely we're not going to get a counter and score. Morata, pull it across. Rodri arrives late. Boosh. I think it might have been a header. It probably wasn't. 1-0 Spain against Slovakia. Come on, 4 minutes in. Let's have it. Ferran Torres, good rating as well. Absolutely buzzing with this. Morata just pings it across. Here's a volley. I thought it was a header. I'm wrong. Right, let's see. Highlight straight away for us. Lobotka cannot get it away. Falls to Morata, to Koke, to Pedri, the goal scorer. Koke, the Atleti man, won La Liga this year. Gaia, a player who's probably looking to move on from Valencia, this summer. Koke. Oh, Dennis Favreau gets it away. I've got bad memories of Dennis Favreau in Football Manager. Gaia looks to play the ball forward, maybe. Adama's there. Great pace. Oh, he should have finished. Adama Traore is a real threat from that right-hand side. Those balls cross-field seem to always catch fullbacks out. Here we go. Gaia again. Looks for Ferran Torres. Oh, should do better than that. But that's not really what he's up front for. He's not really up front to win headers. Gaia wins it. Looks to get it away. That's fine. We can live with that. Ball in behind. Pau wins it. Lovely. The Villarreal and Valencia players got mixed up a minute ago. Working out quite well now. Ferran Torres. Former Villarreal player? Oh, no, Valencia player. Again, I'm mixing them up. Azpilicueta. Adama Traore. Koke. Ferran Torres. Oh, I got his former team wrong just now, but he scores 2-0 after 13 minutes. I tell you what, we've got a system that works. I might have to save this tactic, you know. It's good fun. Absolutely love it. Azpilicueta into Adama. Ferran Torres, Koke. And in he goes. And there it goes. 2-0. Puts us in pole position. Azpilicueta now. Since he's gone to a fullback role, we've looked far more solid than asking to do wingback stuff. Which I probably could have told you beforehand, but it was worth a try. Morata from the edge. Oh, Ferran Torres. Oh, and he scores again. I'll tell you what, it's becoming a bit of a shooting gallery at the edge of the Slovakia box. Poland winning 2-0. Looks like it'll be us and Poland going through automatically. Although Sweden, having won a game, are probably quite likely to go through as well, having beat Slovakia in the first group game. Adama Traore there on the cover as well. Well done, Adama. Jose Gaia, Ferran Torres, Rodri, Adama Traore, Ferran Torres, Azpilicueta. Can we deliver? Does the smart thing, finds Koke. Pedri, 3-0 after 20 minutes. Slovakia have been put to the sword. And I think what's nice now is that we can look to rotate some players in. So players that haven't played yet, I think we'll look to bring on. Absolutely top stuff, though. We've done a good job of rotating so far. Let's do it some more. Pedri scores. I nearly didn't play him. 7 points from 3 games. It's pretty much what I called yesterday. Looks like a few of the groups are going the way I called them. It's always fun to be proven right by a video game. Okay, well done. Into Pedri. Can we look to drive forward? I'm not sure who we play in the next round. I've not looked. I'm not interested with it. We just play who we play. That's how I feel about international tournaments. You can't really do anything about draws. Gaia, Koke, Pedri. Penalty ref, maybe? Oh, he's going to give it. He might get sent off here as well. I wonder who will take it. I guess Morata will be our usual penalty taker. Could be Rodri, though. What's he giving? Is he giving it? Should be a penalty. It is. It is a penalty. There's a bit of a delayed reaction there. Jose Gaia stepping up to take it. Okay, I'm not against it. As long as he scores, which he does, makes it 4-0 after 30 minutes. Slovakia are, I think, probably going out of the Euros right now. Unless something very dramatic happens in the second half. Big goal from Jose Gaia. 4-0. Very much worthy of our lead. 4 goals from 5 shots on target. Maybe a little bit of luck. Poland, though, are also putting Sweden to the sword. 3-0. Wow, Zielinski scoring there. Poland, I maybe didn't give them enough credit yesterday in my predictions, which you haven't seen. My last video, head to the channel. Hit subscribe as well for more Euros content as we go. Good save from Tahir. Right, good ratings all round. Happy with that. Coming up to half time now, 4-0. It's been really easy, I'll be honest. We haven't really had to do an awful lot. Every time we've gone forward, Slovakia have kind of fallen in on themselves. A little bit like a house of cards. And yeah, I think the second half we'll look to bring... Do you know what? We'll do it now. Let's look to bring 1 or 2 on that haven't got game time yet. So Oyafabel, I'm going to bring on in that role. Fabian in box-to-box can play there. He can play... Oh, that's Pedri. I'm going to bring Jordi Alba on at left back as well. Triple change at half-time. We're 4-0 up. We might as well rest some of our key players. And Gaia, Koke and Ferran Torres are all pretty integral to what we do. And hopefully, their replacements should be just as good. That's Piliqueta. Garcia, who's looked really calm and composed. Probably looked like the best of our centre-backs so far. I realise he's probably playing the weakest opposition. It's not ended well in that game. Sweden grabbed 1 with 6 to go. Slovakia looking to do the same. I'd like to keep a clean sheet, really. Hamzik Kacher. Great save from De Gea. Hanko at left back, the left back. At left back, the left back. He would be. He's a left back. And there it is. Slovakia 0, Spain 4. Come on. Best performer was Koke. Pretty much a perfect all-round team performance. A couple of yellows, which is a bit disappointing. Happy enough. Really good. Good to get some of those other players on as well. Into the knockout stages. Let's see. I shall see you actually. I'm not going to let you know until we get there. I shall see you for the first knockout round game. Up the Spain. Let's go. See you right for this. Right. Some things have happened. Not all of them, I think, potentially are possible. We've got Poland, which I'm not looking for the tree isn't technically possible, but I think because of some weird finagry with Football Manager, you can't necessarily force it to do it, so that's absolutely fine. It is what it is. We play, like I say. Oh, that rhymes. I'm very clever. I'm just going to look through. Is there a way of me finding the tree? I think you go to stages, right? Yeah, okay. Just going to show you how it's gone so far. I can't do it until we've played through it all, okay? So just going to go through some of the results before our game. Turkey are through. I back them. I back Turkey. I think they're going to be good. They're my dark horses. In the other games, though, surprises pretty much all through. Croatia beat Holland. Okay, I mean it's not impossible. I mean I backed Croatia to finish bottom, but we make it work. England losing to Portugal in Germany, which is a bit of a worry. It's happened before, 2006. And then the big one. This is I'm not sure. This is one of those where okay, it's an upset. Russia beat France on penalties, which is a bit mad. Why is Sissoko playing? Okay, not certain he's even in the squad for France. I can't obviously force everyone to have the right squads. Yeah, that's interesting. So France are out and England are out, and Holland are out. Three teams that I backed quite big in my. I mean, Holland I didn't necessarily back too much, but then Germany are out as well. They lost in the 95th minute. That's heartbreaking. I guess we'll play Poland trying to get through. If we win this, then we are. I think we're on for something special. Same team as before. I've not shown it there. I meant to show there. Quick go through it. Same as before. Taylor in goal. Azpilicueta, Garcia, Torres, Gaia. I'm happy with that. Garcia was very good, and I think maybe he can deal with Lewandowski a bit better. Traore on the right because he really devastated that Poland left back. Rodri, Koke, Pedri. Come on, they've worked. Let's get with it. Torres and Morata up front. Morata is a goal behind Lewandowski in the top goal scorer chart, so there's a chance. There's a chance he can get back in it. However you say that in Spanish. Feel free to give me the translations in the comments. Let's get into it. Poland having a good chance straight away, which is a little worrying. But it's fine. Goal kick here for Szczesny. Ball forward. Poland haven't played us with this system. Doesn't mean they won't work against it. Bereshinski. Can we look to win that ball back maybe? Zielinski. Gapushka. Krychowiak. Zielinski. Lewandowski. Jóźwiak. Just wide. We are not doing particularly well to start with here. We're retaining a little bit more of the ball, though. I think as we get more of the ball, we should do better. Azpilicueta gives it to Adama. Flicks on to Torres. Morata up the line if you want him. Uses him. Can we get at them now? It's Morata on his own, really. Put it back. Referee! Oh, I thought he was going to give a penalty then. Reka wins it off Morata. Does not do a good enough job holding it up. Rodri, though, comes in and does it well. Oh, does not do that well. Azpilicueta gets there first. We've got the ball. Let's do something with it. Koke. Pedri. Can you look for Morata, maybe? Is he going to go on his own? He is. Szczesny saves. Adam Traore looks tired. I'm not really want to bring Llorente on. We're going to leave Traore for the time being. The problem is with this, obviously, these tournaments, players are going to get tired. The defence looks more solid, though. Than that first game against Poland, it looks more solid. Ball across. Reka gets it away. Pedri. I like the fact that Pedri on the defend is perfect. Traore being tracked by Lewandowski. Can you put it across? He does. It's an own goal. Spain have scored. Kamil Glik own goal. 52 minutes in. Traore. That's why you keep him on. Absolutely terrifies Robert Lewandowski of all people. We got the highlight taking a moment there to load. Absolutely terrifies Robert Lewandowski. Doesn't stop him, and it just hits Glik. He tries to stop Morata, and I mean he stops Morata scoring, just by scoring himself. Fair enough. If that was what it takes, we go for an own goal. It is what it is. Azpilicueta, Rodri. Azpilicueta into Morata. What a ball! What a ball from Azpilicueta. I understand we can't really play him all the time. Let's not concede now, though. Zielinski into Krychowiak. Zielinski. Krychowiak. Out to Kaminski. Let's get to him. Let's not let him. We do not want the ball ending up at Lewandowski's feet. You can tell they're just trying to work an opportunity for him. I can see it here. Coming from this area here. Rodri wins it, though. Oyarzabal into Morata on the right, maybe. Goes on his own. Against his club teammate. Saved by Szczesny. 10 to go. Okay, I think we're going to get a little bit more defensive now. We're going to drop Oyarzabal in there. Play him off centre, actually. And then push him onto a shadow striker, maybe. So you can't really play off the right. Can I want to play there? You can kind of, but it kind of ruins the idea. I want to bring a midfielder on because I'm worried about the legs in there. I'll bring Busquets on. Do you know what? I'm going to bring Busquets and I'm going to bring Thiago on. And Thiago's going to play as we're going to double deep line playmaker on defend. Actually, no, hold on. We can do this and then push Busquets into a an anchor man role. And then Thiago can play on support then. Let's see how it works. We'll see how it works. If it's not great, then we can work out from there. I think Rodri's race just looked like it had been run. Rybush into Ivanovic. Sergio Busquets doing exactly what we want from him there. That's exactly the bit of play that I wanted. Dropping in between the defenders. Oh, God, the lack of pace is a little worrying with Busquets. Oyarzabal beats one, plays it to Ferran Torres, cannot get to him. Garcia can't beat Lewandowski to the ball either. I like these that a little bit quicker. Olmo wins it though, yes. Thiago, Olmo. Looks for Morata, gets there. Can he finish? Put us through. He can. Oh, hit the mic there to take over from Lewandowski is the top goal scorer in the tournament. Alvaro Morata scores. Spain 2, Poland 0. We scored 2 in the first game against them. It looks like we're getting 2 in the second, but we're keeping a clean sheet as it stands. Absolutely fantastic work. The tactical shifts to maybe bring that more defensively minded midfielder on has made a big difference to this midfield. Oh, big challenge there from Poland. We're still pushing. I'm happy for that. I want to be positive. Great ball to Morata. Scores again. Morata scores again. Morata scores. Spain 3, Poland 0. And I mean, we've always had this in the locker. I think since we swapped to this 4-4-2, it looks very much more positive. I mean, you can see a 4-4-2 and call me whatever you like, but it doesn't really operate like one. I mean, now it isn't a 4-4-2. It's a 4-3-3 almost. No, 4-4-1. Well, I don't know. It's confusing. But 94th minute, here we go. Game over. Only had to make a couple of changes. We did get some players off, though, which is good. And there you go. What a second half performance. 3-0 the Spain. We're through. Really good performance. I'm kind of shocked. That was good. Right, so here we are for that quarterfinal against Russia, it turns out. A team who, well acquainted, these two. They played each other in the first knockout round of the... Yeah, it would have been, because then Russia got beat by Croatia in the quarterfinals. In the first knockout round of the World Cup, well aware of each other. They'll be well aware of what we're playing, because we're playing the same 11 as before. De Gea in goal, Azpilicueta at right back has been solid. Eric Garcia, Pau Torres, Jose Gaya, across the back line. No issues there to talk about. Adama on the right. Fitness, as you can see, is a bit of an issue, but we're just going to make it work. Rodri, Koke, Pedri, Ferran Torres, kind of in behind Morata. Let's get after it. The 4-4-2 has been doing the business. Adama Traore is not fit. Do we maybe look to... I don't really know. We don't look to make a change. I like Traore too much. Fitness is a myth. It's fine. We'll be fine. I think it's a little too extreme in tournaments, to be honest. As you can see there, that Russia team is pretty much what it is. The two Miranchuk brothers either side of Golovin as the sort of the three behind Dzyuba. I've got that right. Smolov on the bench, surprisingly. To be honest, I think all three of the teams we've played are more difficult than Russia. Maybe not Slovakia, but the way we play, especially in this 4-4-2, it's pretty much solid. Not a lot in the way of XG, but we are really now starting to pump out there, actually. Skopintsev into Golovin. Skopintsev at the left back. Golovin shoots. I mean, dribbled wide. That was never going in. De Gea was well aware, so we'll make it work. Koke, ball in. Maximenko saves it. 25 to go. Not a lot has happened in the game so far. We look to deliver long. He will. The ball is won by us though. Garcia, Pau Torres, the two centre backs combining. Garcia looks to Koke. Out to Ferran Torres. Can he look to play anyone in? To Morata. Look to Gaia. Play it forward. There we go. Pedri. Gaia. Pedri's there. Russia really looking to be combative in that area. Rodri just wants to turn. Oh, Rodri, not Pedri. Get his name right, Charlie, for goodness sake. Right, Koke, ball in. Dzyuba gets it away. Bakayev just come on as a sub. He's going to be fresh. Oh, I'm worried to get across there, pal. Two Atletico players changing for each other. Come on. Oyarzabal, ball in. Can we win it late doors? Or Russia could win it late doors. Let's not let them in. Maximenko. He deliver. He looks forward. Garcia wins it. Shatov is there. Miranchuk on a yellow. Rodri wins it. Rodri wins the ball. He's gone. Miranchuk's been sent off. They're down to 10 men. And they've pushed two players inside. Okay, we are absolutely going wider. Let's get around them. Come on. Sarabia. You think it'd be a winner now if he scored? Moreno scores! Moreno scores! Spain lead in the dying embers of the game. Spain lead in the dying embers of this quarter-final. What a ball from Sarabia. And I tell you what, Moreno with the header. Wow. Come on. Minutes ago. Let's end it there, referee. Into the semi-finals we go. Come on. Absolute robbery at the end. Not a great game of football. Russia were defensive and horrible. 64% possession. 22 fouls from Russia. Wow. But all that matters is that we won. All that matters is that we won. Good win, boys. Well done. Fitness is probably becoming more of an issue. It's fine. I shall see you for the semi-final, because that was a tough game. I shall see you for the semis, though. Right, so here we are for the semi-final against Austria. Not sure how Austria got here. Not in my predictions, they didn't. So in the quarterfinals, we can see it here. Austria beat Belgium 3-0. They obliterated them. Absolutely turned them over. And I'll be honest, I'm a little worried. Turkey lost 2-0 to Italy. I can see that happening. Portugal, though, in the semi-final, which you might have just clocked a second ago, won on penalties. So it's going to be Portugal in the final for whoever wins this semi-final. I will say, if we, I mean, I'll show you the result of the third place playoff, but we're not necessarily playing it on camera. Let's get after it, though. The one issue we do have, Garcia has got a virus, which I'm hoping isn't the virus, but it's fine. It's fine. The squad's fine. We've got Torre, we've got Di Llorente. Diego Llorente's fine. He's more of a ball player anyway. He can play that role. I'm happy enough with it. Traore just can't start. I think it's just that simple, isn't it? Llorente can't start. Pedri, we haven't really got an option to bring him off. I'm going to start Llorente just to get different legs in. And I'm going to start Oyarzabal next to Morata. Just to give these a chance to be ready if we do get to the final is what I'm thinking. Who's ready? Pau Torres as a go and Rodri are not fully fit. Well, I can't risk not playing them, so fitness is a bit of a myth in these tournaments. You've just got to play your best team and hope. Right, so here we are for the semi-final. It's big. It is a big, big game. I didn't think necessarily we'd get this far, but the draw's been kind. The draw has been kind to us. Austria have got some good players that aren't necessarily in their squad in real life, but you know, we make it work. There's no way of fixing that, unfortunately. Arnautovic, though, bringing it out. Can Rodri get to him? It's fine. De Gea saves it. We're all good. Absolutely no problems there. Another encourage. Austria have started well, but you expect that. Their confidence is going to be sky high. Lazaro heads away. Rodri gets there first. Llorente. Gaia. It's a very physically capable midfield from us. I was trying to match theirs, if I'm being honest. Morata. Out to Oyarzabal. Beats one. Can he look to pull it across? Doesn't. Does the smart thing. That's okay. Llorente. Sabitzer. Oof. And Arnautovic gets it forward. Llorente. Two Llorentes in his team. That's Diego Llorente at centre back, I realise. Oyarzabal. Doing quite well here. Morata. Oh. So poor. We do look poor without Traore, but I think he'll be ready for the final. He's fine. Almost capable, though. I don't like where he's going, though. He's going a little too narrow for my liking. Morata hits the crossbar. Oh, he's hit the crossbar and it's gone out for a goal kick. I'm not sure how the physics work, but Morata hits the crossbar. That's a huge chance for us. Second half, here we are. 0-0 first half. Was not a lot going on. But it was like that in the Russia game. Not a lot happened there until we suddenly turned it on right at the end. We'll see how we go. Rodrigo. Who's Rodri? I don't know why I call him Rodrigo. Rodri. Azpilicueta. Rodri. Playing between the two of them there. They were against each other in the Champions League final, but almost in. Beats one. Can he score? He can't. Schläger saves it. Schlager, I think so you actually say that name. Corner ball now, though. Koke. Across. Oh, Ljubicic gets it away. Can Llorente get there first? He can't. Yes, he can. Gets there on the tackle. We have done well here. What is this system they've brought out of nowhere? We should absolutely dominate now. All right, I'm going to bring Morata off for Moreno. We're going to bring Torres on as well. Rodri is shattered. So I'm going to bring Thiago on, actually, in that role. Because you've got Llorente there that can do the more sort of ball-winning stuff. I'm not so annoyed about bringing Thiago on. And Austria have scored with 10 to go. Gregovic hits a free kick from 30 yards. Absolute world-class finish. We're going to pause and make some changes. Tactically, I should have turned it off in the beginning. That's my fault every time. I wish I could change it. We go. I can change attacking here. Very simple now. It's very simple. All right, I'm going to bring... I'd kick myself if I didn't bring Adama Traore on. I know he's not fit, but he's too good not to bring on. Oh, should do better than that, really. We see a chance maybe before the end of the game, or have they just completely clammed shut? Overlap, overlap. We're going down the sides, I think, now. We're going to have to. Distribute fullbacks. Oh, come on. Show us something. Show us something. I'm making a change. It might force something into action. Can we push these on? Koke can't play there. All right, we'll play there. Torres into an advanced forward role. We'll leave Koke there, but he can go on to attack. Ball winning and defend, just because he can help then. Complete wing back attack. Just want to throw the wing backs forward now. Or we do this. Actually, let's do this. There we go. Complete wing back on attack there. Can I play further forward? Yeah, he can. I'm not bothered if he really can or not. All right, we're going for it. Is that it? Really? A free kick? A free kick's going to end it? Austria win 1-0. I can't say I didn't throw bodies at it. That's really poor from us. So annoying because they did nothing. Absolutely nothing that game. And Austria in the final, which is mental. And having watched them yesterday, not particularly likely. Right, we'll see. I'll tell you what, we'll go and wait and see who wins the final. There's no third place playoff, it turns out. I will show you who wins that, and then we'll have a little look through what happened with us and how we did. I should be right back. Well, you can't say Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't do the business. And I'll tell you what, Portugal left it late to get back in this one. Palhinha scoring an equaliser to make it 2-2. And then Austria will be devastated there because they really, really put themselves in it. Really gave themselves the best chance possible. But Portugal win it. Portugal win on penalties. Yeah, again, Cristiano Ronaldo goes out on an absolute high. He must be pretty close to the top. Let's have a look and see who the top goal scorers were. It was joint, Morata and Ronaldo, but it looks like Morata gets it on assists. Minutes per goal, probably. He probably gets it on minutes per goal because I dropped him a couple of times. So, thank you very much for watching. That was our first Euro 2020 playthrough nation. Bit of a preview of the squad to give you an idea of what's going on there. Let me know down below which shirt you want me to be wearing next, but more specifically, which team do you want me to be managing next? Do you want me to go for one of the big ones, or do you want me to go for one of the smaller ones? And also, hit a like button, that would be good. If you enjoyed it, if you got this far, I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget, the sub button's there as well if you like it. No pressure though. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you very soon at the Pumpster. Goodbye.